hosted a very good meeting this morning on AI, and the topic is growing in importance here in Brussels but all over the world, and we will continue delivering being a platform on this topic for all stakeholders in Europe.
We had a discussion around 3 blocks of questions. One was focused on the regulatory and legal landscape that we are going to see in Europe in the future, very much focused on ethical values and on unlocking investments. Second part was focused on the mobile industry perspective, and we had a number of operators that are also interested in AI, and specifically we had a representative from the high-level expert group that is these days developing an AI strategy for Europe. And finally, we had a discussion on the ecosystem collaboration opportunities with a number of digital platforms. One of them was keynote speaker to stimulate the conversation. Altogether, I think we had a fantastic discussion, and we have placed the GSMA as a very interesting platform for this kind of discussions in the European context.
Artificial intelligence is a transformative technology that will impact many industries and society at large. Telecommunication operators is a very important industry that could enable the digitalization and AI at scale, both in Europe but also outside. We believe for the new AI, we need a new wave of data. The new wave of data comes from the real world that surrounds us. This we call the Internet of Things. The new generation IoT will need low latency, high capacity mobile networks. And this is what we believe makes the perfect storm, 5G. AI needs IoT, IoT needs 5G. We believe that by this narrative, in collaboration with many industries, we're able to make a difference.
Well, in the Netherlands, we're working on an AI strategy, and at the same time, we're working on a strategy for 5G. So we call this intelligent connectivity, and it will be a very important element of our national AI strategy, because we think 5G is the fuel for a lot of these new innovative AI applications, like in mobility, like in agriculture, but also the application, for example, in energy or climate change. So we think it's very important to align these two very important topics, and for summer we'll come back to you with our new strategy, but it will be very much aligned to the European coordinated plan, the ethic values, and we do that in close contact with our mobile industry.
So trust is clearly a precondition to the digital transformation of the society and the economy. I mean, people will not accept to have more digital technologies into their life if they cannot trust them, if they cannot trust that the networks are secure, if they cannot trust that their data are properly handled, that the AI algorithms that are used to provide new services are unbiased. So this is really a key issue that is heavily debated at the moment among the internet policy community, but in the public at large. We in Europe have a very advanced regulatory framework which already addresses many of these issues. So of course we have our flagship initiative, which is GDPR, which gives people control on their personal data. But we also have a comprehensive framework now in terms of cybersecurity with the NIS directive and the soon to be adopted Cybersecurity Act. We have the eIDAS framework, which gives a basis for cross-border electronic identity services and trust services in Europe. And I could go on among many of the DSM measures. Of course, having a regulatory framework in place is a good thing, but we also need to develop the technologies. And we need to build on these rules to develop technologies which are trustworthy. And this is what we do in many of our initiatives under research and innovation. And one initiative in particular is the Next Generation Internet Initiative, where we try to develop the technologies of the Internet of tomorrow, based on blockchain, based on artificial intelligence, based on AI, in full compliance with our rules and with our values.